swing was, it felt good, but I still just had a lot of these fades on her.
Do you have your eyes on? Is that thing turning, like the numbers going? Like it's recording?
I can't tell. You'll have
can
to
you?
have Matt look. He's got young eyes.
Yeah, it's just 29, 30.
Okay, good. I want to make sure I was not pause the entire lesson.
Well,
And
how
that-
long have you been
I'm what?
have you been stopping? And
No.
Okay,
it
let's
only
go.
says 30 seconds.
Let's go towards the
Yeah, I did stop once.
faded one over there on the. That's about probably 120 from here,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's about 120 from here, but it gives us a good line anyway.
Is he supposed to be swinging to right or
You
what?
bet. This same swing as to right field and then just controlling the club face. Chunky. Matt, give yourself just a couple more inches away from the ball.
Okay.
Look like you're crowding it a little bit with this one. Okay, right field and control the club face. Good. Yeah, good. What do you get out of that full swing?
I usually don't get very much on this. Like, I hit it really good. Like 60, 65.
Yeah, that's about all you should get out of that club. That's kind of the way it's designed. You shouldn't get much more than that. So
I usually don't hit it farther than.
that last one was about perfect.
Like, do you use it like from 40 on? If you're more than that, use like your other wedge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, good. Good. Okay, Matt. Number one, back to inside out. Okay, back to swinging to inside to right field. Because you have got to get, if this is the ball sitting in front of you and it's in a square, you have got to get to that inside corner there. Because before you're getting to the outside corner and you weren't quite getting back in, and so the hossel's coming right into the ball, just like
Okay.
that. Okay, so we got to get to that inside in here, and then do what you need to do with the club face. You know, if you're warming up before the tournament, step back and take a look at those divots. See if they're going at the target. If they are, you can't ask any more out of your golf swing than to swing at the target. Okay, so if they're going at the target, then you know you're good. Then it's got to be club face. But if you step back and look and divots are going way left, then you know you're back to swinging to left field instead of right. Okay. So swing to right field, do whatever you need to do with the club face. But that's a timing thing that can change a little bit on a day-to-day basis. So that's why we talked about that one day, so that you have the ability to control that. One day you might want to feel a little more rotation. One day you might want to feel like you're holding it off a little bit. But that's part of golf. That's part of kind of timing that club face a little bit. Okay. Keep working on this inside until you start hooking the ball consistently. When you start hooking the ball consistently, you've probably done it. Let go of it, because we don't want to go completely the opposite. Okay, so, and then just like we talked about that swing spectrum thing, then you just kind of monitor those divots and ball flights and try to keep yourself as close to neutral as possible. Okay?
Okay.
With the pretty much the same thing with the wedges, you're just going to have to control that club face a little bit better. But be careful not to crowd them too much. If you get too close to them, you can't get back in there. So you want to remember, you got to have that 1 or 2 fists between your hands and your legs.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
All right. Good. That'll get you ready.
Yeah.
Get you ready. Just get a little practice in on this stuff, and just always keep in mind with the tournament that some of your best days will come when you don't start very good, because it'll force you to be all in, to zone in, and make that change that you need to make. That's part of golf. It's like any other game, like a basketball game. Sometimes the game plan isn't working. You got to do something else. You got to change the plan. Sometimes in golf you have to do the same thing. You got to change the plan a little bit, because the ball's doing something a little different than it did the day before. And so you got to be ready and willing to do that if you need to. Your first choice is always, you hope you can play what you brought. But sometimes in golf you can't do that. You got to make the adjustment. Okay?
Okay.
Got a little piece of grass stuck up here. That's a good other side. Good sign. Right up above your eyebrow. There you go. It's a good sign. Means you're taking a little turf. Okay?
Okay.
All right, Matt. Let me know how it goes tomorrow.
Okay.
I'd love just an email of just a general rundown from putting to driving.
Mhm.
What you felt like you did well and what you felt like you didn't do well. And that helps me help you.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
So, and never, ever panic. Okay? You're too good a golfer to do that. That hurts you. Okay? Stay calm, stay cool. Sun's still going to come up tomorrow, whether you shoot 70 or 90.
Yeah. I felt like I was still like, I'm not letting my emotions get the best of me this year. I'm doing a lot better.
Good.
It's just I didn't know how to fix it. Like I couldn't stop shanking. I was like,
Okay. Well, you know when you shank a ball that you're hitting it off of that part of your club.
yeah.
Okay, so you know one thing that you have to do right away is you got to start hitting it off of this part of your club. Okay, and that'll take care of the shank. It may not turn into perfect shots, but that'll take care of the shank. You're hitting it here, so you got to try to hit it here. You got to try to do the opposite. The long-term cure to make better golf shots is to get that swing path going where you want it to, because you already today, immediately, when we started talking about using that left hand to control the club face, you immediately did that. So that comes a lot easier for you than the path does.
Yeah.
So the path is kind of the long-term thing. You're going to get it there, and then you're just going to monitor it and try to keep it as close as possible. But the hosel shot can happen from too outside to in or too inside to out. It can happen on either one. So whenever you hosel a shot, the rest of the time, start trying to hit it off of that part of your club.
His problem was he was trying to hit off that part of the club, but he couldn't do it, right?
Yeah.
You just couldn't not hit.
Okay. Don't start on that part of the club. Okay. In other words, don't line up on that part of the club. Okay. Set it in the center like you normally do, but when you come through, try to come through right there.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
And
so
if-
away from the hosel?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So you're pulling the hosel away from the golf ball when you do that. And so start there, swing through there. And if that doesn't do it, try to swing through there. Whatever you got to do, you got to do. So you just you know what causes it, and you know what you got to do to get away from it.
Okay.
Okay.
And the other thing is, like, if you're shanking your 60 degree every single shot, don't hit it. Hit a 9-iron.
I know,
And
but
Sure.
that was the same thing. I
Sure.
like took my gap wedge out. Let's try that. And I did the exact same thing.
Yeah.
See, you were the other thing you're doing was you started moving everything clear back in your stance because you thought that would help you. And I don't know if that really helps. I don't know.
Doesn't really. Actually, probably more forward would help a little bit, because the more forward you get, the more in the club is coming, and so it would probably help a little more to go forward. But I really want the ball just to be in the right spot.
Yeah.
And I want you to get more inside. Now today, when you got inside, when you felt like you were swinging out there towards the green flag, you were nowhere near hosling it.
Yeah.
You weren't even.
I think
anywhere near that part of the club.
I think the problem was he forgot all about holding the hand off, and he was swinging to right and then hooking the crap out of it. So he
thought he was still over the top. That's exactly right.
and what you were doing was just making it worse instead of better.
That's exactly right. If you'd have taken that same right field swing and held it off, it'd have been like, Eureka, there it is.
So we got to remember that. You got to remember that risk.
Yeah.
Because I was telling him now, I said if the club's going that way, then obviously when you come to the ball, it's not square.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at your divots. Your divots will tell you a lot. And then if they're going at the target, then hey, that's got to be fine. So then it's got to be club face.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, Matt.
Thank
Good
you,
luck
Randy.
tomorrow.
Thank you.
Yep.
Talk
Let
to
me know how it
Randy.
goes.
I sent you an email with some of his dates.
Okay.
So we can figure out maybe how to meet more regularly.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good.
Thank
See
you.
guys.
Thank you very much, Randy.
You're welcome.